Good afternoon on this rainy, cold Georgia afternoon. I'm G3, which is Georgia Girl Griddle, if you could see my apron. Today what we're going to do is a Taco Bell Mexican pizza. We've kind of adjusted a few things, but I'll let you know what's in it. I didn't actually video the prep because most of you guys, this prep is really super duper simple. I'm going to show you the, give me just a second, I'm going to turn this around where I can show you the, all right, there we go. I've got the prep now. I wanted you to see the prep, excuse me for my hand. This is a half of a cup of oats, just plain, regular, everyday oats. In the mixture back here, that's this little mixture here, that's kind of your tacos, that's kind of your taco meat seasoning. What is in that is a half of a tablespoon of garlic, 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 1/2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1/2 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1/2 tablespoon of cocoa powder, and that's like Hershey's chocolate cocoa powder. 1/4 cup of water is right here. I haven't mixed that in it yet. I was going to wait till I get ready to put it on because what you'll do is mix the seasoning and the water together, and you'll put that on the meat to serve, to flavor the meat. And then this right here is your sauce that will go on top. You take 1 can of enchilada sauce, and you add to it 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and mix it up thoroughly. And there's your sauce that will go on your Mexican pizza. Also, what will go with the water and the powder will be baking powder. This is, cornstarch, I'm sorry. This is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. But I'll show you how that goes on when we get there. Then we need just a little family tortillas and your meat. I'm using ground turkey. Mine's frozen still a little bit because I waited till later to pull it out, but we'll get that done. And then the other thing is over here, and this is your refried beans. I'm just put them in a pot to heat them up because you'll put those on the Mexican pizza when we're building. But so right now I'm just trying to get it heated up. So if you think this is something you enjoy and you'd like to see what our take on a Taco Bell Mexican pizza is, stay with us, okay? Be back in a moment. Thanks, we're back now. I'm gonna try to put this meat on. I told you it would take a little bit more time because it's frozen still some. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on. The beans are already warm. We wanna get them good and warm before we put them on it. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on the meat to begin with, and I'll probably put a little bit more on it when we get it broken down. And I'm going to put a little more because I'm using, woohoo! And it's stuck. Come on. I got it in an area that didn't have any oil in it. And it ran away from me. Yeah, I don't suggest you try to do this when frozen. Not probably the best way to do it. But and I got a lot of sticky spots because it's been a minute since I've been out and cooked. I've been working on getting my garage set up for a shop so I can try to do some woodwork stuff. peel that off of there. We'll get it broken up. Take a little bit. That'll be some goodies. Let's add a little bit more salt and pepper. All right.
I love you.
That should be enough. So I'm going to stir the beans. Keep them stirred so they don't stick. All right, the next thing I'm going to be doing is adding the seasoning and water mixture to this. Just as soon as I get it cooked through. Just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and mix together the water and the seasoning that I told you. So I'm going to pour this half a cup of water in there, and then I'm going to mix it up really good. And that's what we'll end up putting on the meat to give it the Mexican flavor. And you want to make sure you beat it up good and mix it up good. So beans are getting hot, meat's almost there. We've got this mixed up. When the meat's ready for us to come back and pour this on, I'll bring you back, okay? Just one moment. Okay, next I'm back. We've got to put that quarter cup of oats in with the meat before we stir in the seasonings. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. There we go. Mix it around. And I'm going to let that cook with it a little bit before I put the sauce in it. I wished I knew to tell you why the oats are in it. I don't. It's a first time recipe for me. And I love Taco Bell's Mexican pizza, and I feel like this is a pretty close second to it. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pour all of the seasoning that we had over it. You're supposed to pour this over it and let it reduce the water just a little bit. So, that's the next thing we're going to do. Brandy's stirring the beans to keep them from scorching, because they will. All right, so just pour this, drizzle it all over it, and then we're going to mix it in good. So this will give your meat plenty of flavor. I'm trying to get all of it out. I think I have a spoon over here. Let's see. Yep. Because you don't get very much of this sauce, so I would suggest getting all of it out that you can, because you don't get very much. I mean, you make the other sauce, the seasoning with the enchilada. This is the seasoning for the meat, and you don't get a lot of it. So, let's see. Mix it up good. And it said to let the water evaporate, most of the water. I'll be honest, there was not a lot of water to evaporate. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is cut this down a little bit and let this kind of marinate in that. And I'm going to put some of the tortilla shells on so they can start getting warm and crispy, because they have to get crispy. So let's see, let's put a little of this back here. I'm about out of that. Looks like I am out. Darn it. Ready for something to keep an eye on those. smells really good, doesn't it? All right, so it's gonna take just a few minutes for the tortillas to do their thing. So I'm gonna cut us off, and so the video won't be so long, and then I'll be right back when we get ready to flip the tortillas and start the build. Okay, one moment. Okay, we're back. We flipped those, and they were perfect color except for the ones on the end. Is that on? And so we'll put the beans on first, and then we will put, I'm trying to find my spoon that I had. Give me just one moment while we run and get a big spoon. Okay, I came back, got a bigger spoon now. So I'm gonna put some of the meat, spread some of the meat on it. And again, remember, I used turkey. And you can use whatever you like, hamburger meat, chicken, whatever. I'm making try to make the traditional pizza. And what I'll do next is I will put the cheese on the top and the sauce, and then we will, let me see if these last ones will get, there we go. They're going now. I turned this fourth eye on and to try to get them ready. We're making 3 today because Brandy and I are going to share one each. I'm sorry you're not able to see me probably right there because my arm's totally in the way. I'm trying to move the camera now so maybe you can see me. I'm just spreading the beans on the bottom after it gets a little toasty. You want to end up making these crispy, but you don't want to burn them, so that's why I'm trying to hurry. Okay, and now, okay, so, and there's the taco meat for that one. Got a lot of meat, so we can make something else tomorrow. Maybe just regular soft tacos or something for this. And, okay, you want cheese on the inside and the outside? Mm-hmm. Okay. No, you can put the top on. You want a little cheese inside. She wants a little cheese inside, so I'm gonna put a little bit inside, and I'm gonna put a little bit outside. Then I'm gonna put these tops on, and I'm gonna put the sauce on them. Now this is gonna be the loose sauce that I'm gonna put on them. All right. See what we got under here? Good deal. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so we're gonna now put the sauce on the top. Stir it up good before you put it on to make sure everything's mixed up good. And then you'll just spread it. This is like the taco sauce that Taco Bell uses, except I told you how to make it out of the enchilada sauce and the sugar and the onion powder. So that's gonna be our little secret because, and I promise you, it tastes just like. I actually made extra so that if I wanted to dip in mine, I could. So I hadn't done that last one yet because it's wasn't quite done enough. Sorry. I'm thinking, trying to figure out where I'm gonna get this meat off at. I'm gonna put it in that container there. We'll pull it off. Let me go ahead and pull it off real quick. I had already turned the eye off, so, but the residual heat, as you can see, it's steaming. It's steaming hot. So I got a mess to clean up today, that's for sure. So get that up. Okay. That one should be just about done. Let's see if this is ready to flip off on top. I think it is because it was jumping away from me. All right, so stir it up. And you put as much as you want. That's just up to your preference to taste. All right, and now we'll put the cheese on the last one. And once we go in, we'll take a picture And then I'll tell you at the end, usually what I do at the end of the video, I come back and do a review and tell you what I would do or what I wouldn't do or how I would do things differently. So I'll come back in and do that as well. So be right back. Hey there, guys. I'm back to give you a review on this copycat Taco Bell Mexican pizza. It was better than Taco Bell's. I always try to do a fair assessment on the video whether or not it was really good or it really wasn't, or if I had things I could have done better or whatever. The one thing I could have done was let the tops get crisper, because our bottoms were good and crisp because they stayed on there the whole time while I put the beans and the meat and then the cheese and then let it sit. And I went ahead and pulled the top ones and put on top to put the top cheese. I would have waited a little bit and let those stay on a little bit longer so that it was all crispy. And then the only other big thing that I didn't do was I didn't cut it. You know how they cut theirs in quarters? They cut it down the middle and then they cut it across. So they make 4 little pieces, and they're kind of easy for you to pick up and even eat with your hands. I didn't cut it. I brought a knife with me to cut it, and I had some dilemma with that because the top was soft, the bottom was crispy, so it was breaking up my good crispy crust or tortilla shell. So that would be what I would do differently, would be to let the top crisp more and then be sure to cut it in quarters so you can kind of either pick it up or, because it's really easy to pick up. Also, you know, put some things like your sauce, a favorite salsa or sauce. I used the sauce that I made, which I really love, and it was exactly like Taco Bell. It tasted just like it. I kind of thought about putting black olives on it, but I didn't open up the can and put them on there, which you could. So, a lot of things you could do to this to make it your own. Some people use green chilies in it, or even put some of the juice from the green chilies in the sauce. But this was my version of the copycat Taco Bell Mexican pizza. And it was really, really good. I think you guys will enjoy it if you give it a try. If you will, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel here. I'm going to be doing more videos like this. During the winter, it will slow down probably to maybe 1 or 2 videos per month, because I don't necessarily cook every single week like I do during the summer or the warmer months. So if you hit that bell and get the notification, you'll know when one comes out. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.